Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to descale with vinegar, the Black & Decker 12 cup mill and brew model number CM5000B coffee maker. So is your coffee not tasting as good as it used to be? Is your coffee not as warm? Is it taking a long time to brew your pot of coffee? And is your coffee maker loud? These are all signs that it's time to descale your coffee maker. Now, unlike some other coffee makers, this does not have a clean light that pops up, so it's never going to tell you when it's time to descale. But I do recommend descaling this at least every 3 to 6 months. If your water is really, really hard, you're definitely going to want to descale it every 3 months. And if it's not as hard, or you're using bottled water or filtered water, then you could probably go every 6 to 8 months. So I've got the use and care manual for this brewer, and we're going to be doing the care and cleaning, descaling with vinegar procedure. So I use distilled white vinegar. You can buy this 64 fluid ounces at Walmart for $1.50. You do have to make sure the coffee pot is installed with the lid. And then you've got to make sure the filter basket is in, and same with this. All your pieces have to be in. We're just not going to have any coffee grounds in. So make sure that's in. Close the lid. So for this, we're going to use straight vinegar. We're going to pour it right into the water reservoir up to the 6 cup mark. So mine's a little hard to see, but right there's the 6 cup. So that is pure vinegar right up to the 6 cup mark. Now we're going to finish going up to the 10 cup mark with fresh water. So from here, 6 cup to 10 cup is going to be fresh water. Okay, so I went a little bit over, but again, up to the 6 cup mark with just vinegar and up to the 10 cup mark with water. So basically 4 cups of water and 6 cups of vinegar. We're going to close this. We got to do one more thing. We got to turn the grinder off. So press the grind button until you see a line through it. That means the grinder is off. And then we're not going to do strong brew, so make sure we're in just a normal brew. Got your coffee carafe in. Just come up here and do a normal brew. Hit the start button. The grinder should not start, and it should just start heating that vinegar and water together. So vinegar does give off an odor when it's brewing through a coffee maker, so make sure you got a little bit of ventilation. So an important step here is when we've got 10 cups in right now. So when it brews down to about the 5 cup mark, we're going to come up here and turn the coffee maker off. Now, if you don't have time for this, that's okay. But turn the coffee maker off when it's halfway through this brew with vinegar and water, and we're going to let the coffee maker soak. So here I've got a coffee maker that I've cut apart. And I want to show you the internals of a coffee maker. So the water, where you put the water, it comes down. They all have a heating element. So when the water comes in, it gets heated in this aluminum heating element. And then it gets superheated and shot out this tube and goes up to the brew the coffee. When we're descaling it, I cut that heating element open and see how the minerals build up inside that heating element. By brewing it for half a pot and then letting it soak, we're going to let that vinegar and water soak on that heating element. Then we're going to turn it back on, and hopefully it'll clean up some of that minerals on there. That's why your coffee won't be as hot, because the minerals are blocking the heat, and it can also block the flow if it gets so bad. So you need to give yourself about 45 minutes to do this from start to finish. Because after we're done running this vinegar through the machine, I like to do at least 2 freshwater rinses through the machine with just fresh water. And each time you brew takes about 12 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. We're just past the 5 cup mark. So I'm going to come up here and just turn the brewer off. Okay, that's going to stop the brew process. Now we're going to let it soak for 15, you can let it soak for 30 minutes if you want, but 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. Again, I've still got some solution to brew through the coffee maker. So let's go ahead and just turn it back on, and we're going to finish brewing that vinegar and water through the machine. Okay, when the display shows the countdown time or the count up timer, go ahead and turn it off. That means it's done brewing. So here we've got the water and vinegar. I'm going to go rinse this out, dump that down the sink. I'm going to wash this out with soap and water. And same with this up here. Be careful, this can be hot. I'm going to take this brew basket out and this out. I'm going to rinse all of this with soap and water, because you've got kind of some leftover vinegar and water residue. Okay, so I've got all this rinsed off. So I filled this up to the 12 mark with just fresh water. We're all done with the vinegar. Again, make sure this is all put back together. Now we're going to do a fresh water rinse. We're just going to fill the coffee maker up with fresh water. We're going to do this 2 times. You might have to do it 3 times, but 2 times is usually enough for me. Again, no coffee, just plain, just empty. Close this, make sure the grinder is off still, and just press the brew button. Now we can let this brew all the way through. This will take about another 12 minutes. When it's done, I'm going to rinse this out, fill it up with water, fill this up with water, and do another freshwater brew. That should get all of the vinegar taste and smell out of the machine. Again, if it doesn't, you can do 1 more or even 2 more. Thanks everybody for watching, and if you could, please like and subscribe.